right, so the message of the day, we're going to go ahead and get into that. And speaking of my father, the message of the day is don't worry about the mule going blind. My father used to say that a lot. And that is the message of the day. Don't worry about the mule going blind. You're worried about the wrong thing, okay? You may be worrying about the mule going blind, but baby, you will guide the mule. All right, so you just continue to pack up your bags. You continue to set your intentions. You get clear on your end goal, on your destination, and just trust that your highest self will guide you there. And as I was sitting with that idea, I was just thinking about just a few months ago, I was connecting with the ancestors, my folk, and they told me that it was time for me to resign. My husband has a storefront, and I was working there, helping out over there, along with, you know, showing up for y'all online. I was working at his storefront for about 1.5 years. And it was to a point where I was like, it's like I knew it was time for me to jump. I just was waiting for something to happen. I was waiting for the universe to like move stuff around me, right? And then one day towards the end of the year of 2023, I just heard it's time to resign. But before I even got this direction, I was getting very clear on what path I wanted to take. Because when it comes to paths, when it comes to your path, there are many paths. You said, can someone list the Cash App? The Cash App is right here in the live, love. It's $JUSSBEYOU 247. It's pinned down in the live. If you hit more, it'll expand the caption and you'll be able to see all of the payment names listed there. But I was getting clear on my future, and like I said, when it comes to path, there are many different paths, and it's a matter of which one you want to choose. And I was thinking about last year, a lot of things were shifting, and it felt like Tinder in real life. Like I was experiencing different timelines, and it was like, okay, do you like this? Do you want to stay here? Do you want to go back there? What do you want to do? And it was like, there was never this, I was never satisfied, because it's like I knew that it was more. And you may feel like you know it's more for you to be doing. Like you may just feel boxed in, or you just may feel like it's missing something. Something is missing, and you may not be able to put your finger on it. And that was the case for me. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I just knew. And so I would swipe left, like, nope, this ain't it. Nope, this ain't it. But with every this ain't it, I was humbled and reminded, okay, it's going to be more required from you for you to experience that of which you desire. And so I began to get serious about what I needed to become, who I needed to become, what I needed to let go of. And I also began to get more clear on exactly, specifically to the T, what I want my vision, my future to look like, what that looks like. When I say to the T, I mean from the left to the right, down to the middle, capital T, lowercase t, okay? And so I got very clear on what that looked like, and then I just waited. I was waiting. I'm like, all right, universe, I'm ready for the tower, you know? And then I realized that day that I had to create the tower in a sense. It was a matter of me choosing to shift, me choosing to quantum leap, me choosing to make that drastic change. And by me resigning and choosing to come show full-time for Crystaline Mars, I shifted timelines, and that allowed for so many more opportunities. Because when I first resigned, I didn't have the full picture of what it would look like. I knew I would still be showing up for Crystaline Mars. I knew I would still be selling jewelry, but I didn't know what my life exactly would look like. I didn't know how that would affect everyone around me, but I just knew that it was something I needed to do to expand, and that was the best thing that I could have done. But if I would have been worrying about the mule, if I would have been worrying about my ego and being stuck in what I saw for myself and not trusting my higher vision, I would have stayed there. And so that is the message of the day. Don't worry about the mule going blind. Don't get stuck and locked in what you see for yourself. All right. I will always say, oh, I only saw myself at that freaking kiosk. I only saw myself there. And after having multiple conversations about my future, and I was like, why am I locked to this kiosk? Why am I locked to this box? Why? Do I have to be? And I was like, I don't. But I didn't know exactly what it would look like outside of that. But I was like, I just trusted. I had faith and knew like that I was good. And then when I jumped, I leaped, everything was here waiting on me. Logas already had stuff. He did have to, now, mind you, he did have to go and buy some other things to replace the things that you see back here. But all this stuff was already in the garage. And it was like, chaos home. Chaos home. And allow yourself to expand. Allow yourself to show up for your baby full time and, you know, experience all of the limitless opportunities that await you. And I was like, okay, Ashe. So just take one step and then another step and just watch how things show up. Things are already there, but you have to first move. You have to first unlock that box. Move, you know, free yourself from that prison. So I want you to listen to yourself. And I'm talking about this because this new moon in Pisces is, it is in Pisces, right? I believe so.
Not right now.
No, on Sunday. On Julian's birthday. On March 10th, it's a new moon, yes, in Pisces. And so I want you to get, my point of saying that was getting very clear. Getting very, very clear on your vision, setting those intentions, and watch how they materialize. Ashe? So that's the message of the day. Don't worry about the mule going blind. Get clear on your vision, set those intentions, and jump. Ashe? Ashe. And you said you're overwhelmed with making content. Be the content. And also it comes to you. This is why, I don't know if you have a masculine in your life, but this is why it's important for the masculine. This is why the masculine is needed. And it's also important that we choose our leader. You know, who do you want to be your president? Who do you want to be your president? Who do you want to lead you? Who do you want to serve? All right? Because we're going to be a slave to something. We're going to serve something. So who do you choose to be your God? What do you choose to be your God? What do you choose to be your guide? All right. And when it comes, I said that because then I was able to come up with some of the content, but we started hitting a plateau. And Logas was like, babe, it's the content that you're lacking. Like you need to come with what we're coming with. Because at first I was just doing tarot. I was doing daily tarot for like 2 months. Or, you know, I was doing my thing. Logas let me do my thing for a little while and let me try to figure it out because he was telling me what to do and I wanted to be Miss Independent and I did my own thing. So he was like, Ashe, do you and I be in the background. But then after a while I hit a plateau and I was like, Baba, I need you. And he was like, I know. I try to tell you that. But long story short, like I said, I chose him after bumping my head a million times. And he's always showed me that he was the perfect leader for me. I chose him to be my leader, you know, but that took for me to humble myself and to know my place and know my role and know my weaknesses and lean on him for, you know, his strengths and how he can help me evolve that. And so when it comes to the content, just kind of get clear on what role you want to play. And then when you be honest about what support you need, it's like when you seek wisdom, then the teacher will, you know, appear. It's kind of like that same thing. So just create space for this assistance to come through. It may come through you divinely, or it may show up as a physical person who will be here to guide you, teach you, influence you in some way. So don't sweat. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get out the way because we're gonna be here all day. I'll be back for Tarot Tea Time. We're now gonna move into our next segment of the night, which is the daily energy. Ashe.